Hi, my name's Camille. Welcome to my Greenpoint home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Today I'm going to show you around, tell you how I got here, and how my best friend and very talented business partner, Brandy, and I designed this extremely colorful space. So I'm Camille Orders. I'm from Australia. I grew up in Hong Kong and moved to the States when I was 19. I've been here for 10 years now, and I've definitely found a home here in New York. So this is my bedroom, which is predominantly purple and green, my favorite colors. I was very lucky to have my talented friends involved in the design process, including the lovely Michelle Kesselman, who hand-painted my credenza, dresser, and side tables. These swivel chairs, which I find very important to have at the end of a bed, are by a designer called Jacqueline Larson, who you'll see later on in the house. And he unfortunately passed away shortly after I bought them. And so I'm very lucky to have these items, which are probably my favorite things in my bedroom. And last but not least is my princess bed. And I do feel like I'm a princess when I wake up in that bed. It's pretty grand and extravagant, like my personality, and therefore make my princess dreams come true. Welcome to the wood room, which, as you can see, is a big contrast to my bedroom. The bamboo room was sort of a needing of a contrast, you know, something a little lighter and for photo shoot purposes, in case people need something a bit more, you know, airy and light than all these funky and dark rooms. I love the wallpaper so much. It's extremely euphoric and psychedelic, but yet light and fun. I also am a big fan of these vases, which I found online. Over here we have a layered wallpaper design, which Brandy Howe came up with. And by attaching this crown molding, it frames the wallpaper, which I think looks amazing. And it's actually able to be done by yourself. It was a really nice DIY moment of realizing that I had some capabilities in creativity hands-on, not just in my head. As are these lampshades, which we made. The lampshades were bought on Amazon. The fringe we glued on ourselves. So my point being, there are things that you can get online that you need, like big pieces, but you can also do a lot of these things yourself if you are patient. So now we've arrived at the 3rd bedroom, which I like to call the blue room. Over here we have the love seat by Adrian Purcell. When it arrived, it did not look like this at all. So Brandy Howe came up with the brilliant idea of reupholstering it. Now it's become the love seat by Adrian Purcell and Brandy Howe and Camille Orders. Brandy Howe is my best friend and business partner. You know, she really helped hone in on my wild imagination. She kind of helped guide it in a way that would actually make sense, because I think if I'd done this on my own, it would have just been a stressful explosion. These are the biomorphic mirrors designed by Brandy Howe. I love her creativity. She surprises me with how much she knows and how much she learns, but I'm so happy with how they turned out, and I'm so grateful for her creativity. Last but not least, the blue bed, which, as you can see underneath, is a round mattress, also designed by the wonderful Brandy Howe. This is the Dada print that she created, and I love it, and you'll see it carry on throughout the rest of the house. The bed frame itself, I found a lady on Etsy. Her name is Susie Harris, and she was quite shocked when I reached out to her asking her to make an adult version of these kid-sized mermaid beds. And it's actually a very comfortable bed to sleep in. I have plenty of friends that often stay here and never leave. I really love to cook, so when I saw this kitchen, I was very happy. I do prefer gas stoves than electric. It gets the job done, and I feel having a double oven and a dishwasher makes up for it. And now we have the red room, which was once an office. and now is my moody, dark hangout room. I love how much this room transformed from when I first saw it by adding in the crown molding, artworks, obviously painting it red. And have you noticed the ceiling? There's so many steps that you have to do in a specific order, which I never really registered in my head. I'm like, oh, I want the red room to be red. Oh, but we can't do that until we put the crown molding in. A lot of the time to do with design or interior design, you have to be prepared to be on other people's time and scheduling, you know. And of course, my horse, sanded him down and spray painted him red, and now he lives with me. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a beaded chandelier, which I think is pretty cool. If you've seen Handmaid's Tale, I'm sure you recognize these little women. I think you can tell it goes quite well with the overall vibe, moodiness and darkness. This couch, which is very comfortable, put together, which is perfect for when I want to watch movies and sit in here and waste the days away. I think our trip to Broomfield will go down in the books. A lot of wild things happened in that 48 hours, where I acquired most of the items in the house, including this gramophone, which I think is a very unique piece, as is the birdcage. And everybody needs a bar cart in their home. I also use mine to store my records. The dining table is a beautiful piece, and the chairs are by the same designer that are in my bedroom, and I'm just so grateful that I have some of his amazing pieces. The chandelier and this floor lamp are both Murano glass. You can't get any better glass in the world. They are famous for their glass work, and you can see why. I think rugs are really important. They make a home feel warm and cozy. And I like this technique of layering them because you can combine colors and patterns, and it sort of just melds together. It looks like one giant cowhide when it's really actually 4 individuals. But I'm sure by now you're already looking at what's behind me. Designed again by the wonderful Brandy Howe. This couch was actually a brown leather couch, found in Miami, was then reupholstered and shipped up here, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's called a conversation couch because no matter where you're sitting, you're always facing somebody and you're most likely going to be enwrapped in some conversation. This incredible piece behind me is a one-of-a-kind bookshelf that I found on Live Auctioneers. Chinoiserie, a mix between French and Asian culture. Think the Haas brothers meets Jonas Wood meets Gustav Klimt. Lots of color. And I don't think there's anything else in the world that exists quite like it. Funnily enough, most of the little ones are antiques, but the plates at the top, Amazon. This cost money, but now it makes me money. It's worth looking at. If you spend a little money on making your place unique and one of a kind, you can end up making that money back within a few days because productions pays. And I think it's really worth looking into, especially in New York where there's productions happening every single day. It was such a pleasure having you guys come by and see my space. You can find me on Instagram, Camille1402, or my home, La Lita Group. I'd love to know what your favorite room or artwork, piece of furniture is, so please comment below. And thanks so much.